Welcome to the Magical Traveling Moms podcast, where your hosts, Tina and Colleen, talk about all things travel. From theme parks to cruises to all-inclusive resorts and more, they cover news, tricks, and insider tips to inspire your travel dreams. They love to travel and want you to love it too. Find out their best-kept secrets and learn how to make your next vacation extra magical right here on the Magical Traveling Moms podcast.
All right. Hello and welcome to the Magical Traveling Moms podcast. My name is Tina and I'm joined by my amazing co-host, Miss Colleen. And today we have two special guests. Dayna, which most of you have known. She has become a regular here on the Magical Traveling Moms podcast. And Miss Courtney Locks, who have also been on the Magical Traveling Moms podcast in the past. And today they are joining us to share all the things on their recent trip on Norwegian Cruise Line's Escape. So we are excited to hear all about that. But before we get to that, like always, let's take a moment and thank the wonderful sponsors of our show, Mystical Dream Travel. Mystical Dream Travel is a full-service travel agency specializing in Disney destinations and Norwegian Cruise Line, along with the Caribbean, Mexico, and other destinations. If you're ready to book your vacation, be sure to reach out to the wonderful travel agents over at Mystical Dream Travel. You can reach them at mysticaldreamtravel.com or look them up on social media. So, hi, Colleen. So we have some wonderful guests joining us today.
I know. I'm so excited to hear all about it.
I know. I can't wait. That's okay. That's okay. I'm excited too. So welcome, Dayna and Courtney. We are super excited to hear all about your incredible trip. But first, let's share some fun facts about the Norwegian Escape. So I quizzed Colleen last week on her cruise. And so I'm going to quiz both of you to see if you know the answers to this. So how many passengers does the Norwegian Escape hold? Do you know?
Dayna. It's over 2,000 something. I know that on ours.
We were around 1,000 and we were at only like 27% capacity. So around 4,000.
More crew members than...
Yes, there was more crew members than passengers.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
So
it was awesome.
Yeah, I bet. It's like you'll never cruise like that again.
No, it was amazing.
So the correct answer is 4,266 passengers.
That is a big ship.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
That's doubled what was on like the capacity of the ship I was just on. So that's crazy.
Yep, it is. Do you know when it was built?
2012.
Close. It was close. It was 2015. So it's a newer ship.
Dang.
It is a newer ship. So how many crew members? Do you know how many crew members?
We had...
I think total, we had like 67% of the total staff. I think it's like 1,600.
Yeah, so that would make that like 2,000, like 2,400 maybe? I don't know.
Courtney was the closest, 1,700.
Okay.
1,700.
1,700.
So we had like 11 something, Dayna. On
our okay.
Yeah.
But normally, under normal circumstances, has 17. So the Norwegian Escape is ready to whisk everybody away to the Caribbean. And it also goes to Canada and New England and Bermuda. And it has some Mediterranean destinations as well that it does in Northern Europe. So I was excited to learn about that.
Ooh.
So let's start with, where'd you guys go?
We went to Cozumel, Jamaica, Ocho Rios, Jamaica.
Nice.
And we were supposed to go to the Grand Cayman, but we did a day at sea instead, which I was perfectly fine with because I loved the cruise ship. And then Great Stirrup Key.
Ooh, I'm so bummed we missed each other in Cozumel. I think you guys were there like the day after me.
I think so too, because we were there on Monday.
Right, and I was there Sunday.
Yeah.
Oh, that would have been so much
I know, that would have been so fun if we'd seen each other, but no.
I know.
That would have been a blast. That would have been a blast. So I was stalking both of you the whole week last week while you were on your trip. So the trip it looked amazing. It looked amazing. So I know Colleen was on a cruise herself. So I was the only one not.
You were living vicariously through us. So.
I was. So let's talk about, we'll talk about first where you went. So did you spend any time in Cozumel when you stopped there? What was the port like? Did you like
Actually, we made the executive decision together to, we did cancel our excursion for the day. It was a little bit yucky. It was a Monday. We were both pretty busy with work that day. So, we wanted to make sure that we had time to enjoy the ship and enjoy the rest of the week. So we did choose to stay on the ship in Cozumel, but we did explore the spa.
We were lucky enough to get full access for the week to their thermal suite in the spa that you usually only get to go to after you like book a massage or a treatment.
Right.
So we were like, maybe we'll take advantage of the thermal suite, and we did. It was amazing. So
we'll start at the spa then. So
okay.
We'll start there. So
great choice.
Yeah, I know. So what did you like most about the spa, and how was the thermal? Did you do any other treatments in the spa besides that?
We did not.
We did not do any other treatments. No, Dayna, I'll let you talk about it because I'm afraid of extreme heat. So Dayna had to take one for the team and go into the sauna and all the hot rooms without me.
So they had a hydrotherapy area that was with different jets that targeted different areas. So that was nice. We had some that like there was a seat and you turned on the jet there and it kind of got your back and lower body. And there was, I think our favorite one was the one that targeted like our calves and like the backs of our legs. There was one that would have been very nice. It was for the neck and shoulders. However, it was very forceful and could easily remove a bathing suit top. So that one,
ladies, hold on to your tops.
Yeah. So like I went under it the first time. I was like, so that would have been nice if maybe it wasn't so forceful, because it was maybe more for somebody that had their suit glued to them and not removable.
Yes.
And so there was, and then what was the other? There was a hot tub there, and then there was that other section.
There was a tropical rain shower.
Yeah.
That was really nice.
Ooh,
it was just like aromatherapy, and it's kind of after you go through the spa, you kind of just like rinse off in the tropical freshwater shower. It's really nice.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then the rooms that we had access to, there was a salt room, which was really nice. There was the dry sauna, and then the one that was like a wet sauna. So I honestly, I didn't feel like the wet sauna had any heat to it. The dry sauna was, what you normally get, like, Courtney couldn't go. It was like
an oven for your
she's like, I'm going in that oven room. But it was really nice. And then there was the steam room, and again that was very stifling hot. But I enjoy a little bit of time in there. 10 minutes maybe. And then there was a snow room, which it's the first time I've ever experienced a snow room. So,
a snow room? Love it.
And we made the rookie mistake of going in without shoes first.
Oh no.
I wish someone was videoing us, because it was literally like, get out, we need shoes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Note to self, do not. It's a good tip. Don't go in the snow room without shoes.
Yeah.
Where?
So, I mean,
What was it? So was it just ice and the walls, or?
Yeah, I mean, you went in and it was there was snow on the ground, and it was like,
wow.
I think that it was it replaced the cold plunge pool that you see at a lot of like the hydrotherapy circuits with the cold plunge pool. This hydrotherapy circuit did not. So, you know, the good thing to do after spa treatments is to do that cold plunge, and supposed to be good for your, I don't know, it's like death to me, but
I think that maybe the snow room will be more tolerable than the cold plunge pool.
And they say snow right out my window. I mean, I
know. you can replicate the experience. Take a nice hot steamy shower and then go out in the snow.
Yeah.
Just make sure you wear shoes.
They told us they recommended you stay in there no longer than 2 minutes.
2 minutes? Wow. Cold? Did they say what temperature it was?
No.
Freezing.
We didn't ask.
Freezing.
Cold.
Wouldn't have gone in otherwise.
It was temperature cold and freezing.
Yeah. Temperature 2 minutes and you're dead.
Yeah.
That's so cool though.
But the salt room was awesome. I really liked that. And then outside of all those areas, then you had access to the heated loungers. So they're like a ceramic heated lounger. Oh my goodness.
I know. I just want to spend like all day in one of those.
And that was gorgeous because they had so many. I mean, it was a really nice size room. You know, we were talking to other people and they were like, this is one of the largest like suites of this kind that we've seen on cruises, and all of those heated beds were just like in front of a window, so you just had a gorgeous view out to the ocean. So it was really nice. Yeah.
Sounds nice. So
they were gonna leave.
Do you know if normally they offer a pass? Because you were saying like you normally wouldn't get access to that unless you did a treatment, but some places will do like a pass to the thermals.
Yeah, you could do a pass. I did not get the pricing of it, but
it's an option.
But it is an option, yeah. So you get it with the treatments, and then you could get a pass for the day or for the week, or you know, it was really nice.
Nice. It sounds like heaven. I've been hearing a lot about salt rooms, so I haven't tried one yet, but I've been hearing a lot about them. There is one that opened up around my area, so I think I'm gonna have to go check it out.
It's real good for like the respiratory. Yeah, I ended up getting a little bit of a head cold because I decided to do a full day at Disney before the cruise and got myself really run down, and then it was freezing when we got on the cruise in Port Canaveral, so I think I got a little bit of a head cold, but it was really nice to sit in there and then in the steam room.
Oh, I bet. Yeah. Well, let's shift gears a little bit and let's talk a little bit about your stateroom before we get into like more of the ship. So you both had balconies, correct? Balcony staterooms. So maybe like walk us through your stateroom a little bit.
Go ahead, Courtney.
Okay. So yeah, we both had balcony staterooms and pretty much the same layout. I think we had the same layout.
Yes.
And it was really nice. Again, this was my first cruise, and so I was really expecting the rooms to just be like very teeny tiny, and I felt like this balcony stateroom was a really nice size. And I mean, you walk in and right to your right is the bathroom, and you know, you have to, I don't know if all cruises are like this, but it's like kind of like stepping into like a mini tub. I think so, like the water doesn't come out, but I definitely tripped myself a couple times. I told Dayna, I was like, by day 7, I won't trip into the bathroom. And then, you know, just like a nice sink layout, some shelving, a nice size shower. I felt like the shower's a nice size, and it had like the, you know, the upper shower head, and then, you know, you've got your toilet next to it. So it's not like, I know in some situations that Dayna's been in, it's like, you know, you're like right up against the shower, or like the layout's kind of weird, but I thought the layout was nice. And then for our setup, you have your bed right next to the bathroom, and then there's a closet, so it's like a little walkway into your closet so you can get in, and then a nice couch, desk, and TV area, and then it opened up to the beautiful balcony. Now some rooms have it where it's like flipped, so your couch and your desk is first, with your closet, and then your bed is next to the balcony, which I kind of like that too.
I like that.
Nice. Yeah.
I like that setup better than ours, but
yeah. But yeah, it was just so comfortable. The beds were so comfortable. And like, I always have issues even with hotel beds where like, if I'm there for a couple nights then my back kind of starts hurting, but I never had that problem. They were so comfortable. So.
That's good to know. You've ruined yourself now though, Courtney. If this was your first cruise, like you can't go backwards now.
I will never not have a balcony.
Yeah.
Once you go balcony, you can't go back. Like that's basically how it works.
No, it was gorgeous. I would just sit out there and it was just, I mean, it was so lovely and quiet. That was something I kept asking people. I was like, do you hear people on either side of you? And like, for the most part, people said, no, I never heard anybody. And, you know, I know we had people on either side of us. So it was so quiet to me and just really peaceful and relaxing. Oh, and then I was also worried about, because I know the beds can separate. So I was like, oh, I'm going to have to stay on one side of the bed or the other. But I never had that problem. I was like, no, this is like one full bed as far as I'm concerned. It was great. So, and the turn down service, like, that was the thing. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so spoiled. They come in and make your room during the day and then the turn down service at night. And they do these little decorations with the pillows and the blankets every time. It was so wonderful. I'm like, where's my turn down service?
It's hard when you come home from a cruise. It really is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, because they spoil you.
Oh yeah. And you're like, wait, what do you mean I have to make my own dinner and make my own bed? And
yeah. I was like always excited to go in the room at night. I'm like, oh, what's the design tonight?
Oh, that's awesome.
I need some chocolates on my pillow when I go to bed.
Yeah. We don't ask for much. We don't ask for much. We don't ask for much. So Dayna, you had the same stateroom, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And you liked it, enjoyed it.
In comparison to some other recent cruises I've been on, I did like the storage in the bathroom with the shelves. And the shower was a nice size. There was definitely enough room in the bathroom.
Oh, good.
So I like that. This sounds really weird, and I don't know if it makes sense. So the most cruise ships that I've been on, the closet is like right whenever you walk in. So it's going, it's perpendicular to the length of the ship, so like the length of the ship is this way and the closet's normally this way because it's on that wall as you walk in. Well, this was different, and it went along with the length, so it was like parallel to the length of the cruise ship. And I don't know if it was because we were in an aft balcony room, which I'm normally more midship. But like I heard the hangers, I felt like they were moving, because I think that it was parallel to like I don't know, maybe I'm not making any sense at all. Maybe it was just, no. The only thing that I could think of is I was like, I've never had a closet that was this orientation.
I heard that too, but I found the trick was if you push all of your hangers to the side, they weren't going to move.
Well, I obviously wasn't that smart, so.
Good tip. Well, let's shift gears. So let's talk about some dining. So it's Colleen's favorite. It's a little bit different than your traditional cruise. So why don't you share a little bit how it's different and where'd you eat and what you eat?
Well, I could talk to you how it's different, in comparison. So typically now you have to erase the Virgin cruise that I was on last month because that totally goes against most cruising generalizations. But there's it's freestyle dining, so you do not have a specific set dining time. You just kind of show up at the restaurants. The specialty dinings you make reservations for, but what I want to say is what their version of the main dining rooms, You had the Manhattan room, which was really nice because they always had like live music. So that was considered a main dining room, and that was complimentary. But again, you didn't have a set dining time. So you didn't have a set dining time or set table or set server like you see on a lot of other cruise lines. And then there was Taste and Savor. Now, Taste was not open because I think we are at such a low capacity. So we had Savor, kind of the same situation. It was a nice sit down meal. No reservations needed or anything like that. And then there was the buffet, or it was called the Garden Cafe. So those were your complimentary, establishments to eat in. And it was nice because you didn't have to be there at a certain time. In the past, you cruise and it's like, okay, 5:30 dinner, this was, you go whenever you go. So,
did you ever have to wait for a table? I know you were pretty low capacity, so
yeah, we didn't.
Probably not a good reflection of like normal time.
Right. Yeah. I mean, we were able to show up, and I mean, I was even worried. I was like, oh, are we going to be able to get in? But we always got sat right away. I'm sure it may be different if they're operating full capacity. And I don't know how that would work, but they were pretty large. I mean, the rooms were, the dining rooms were large. So
was there a different menu at each of those main dining rooms? Like, so could you like check out the menus ahead of time and be like, which one do I want to eat at tonight?
They didn't have them posted online, but they did vary every night. There were some standards that were, I feel like at all three had some standards. Like I think all three had the shrimp fettuccine Alfredo. But they just kind of shifted every night. And I think that's the same for Taste as well. They all three have like a similar feel, but you can get little different things at each. So.
Yeah. And then there's also, I forgot, O'Sheehan's.
O'Sheen's,
O'Sheen's. I don't know how it's Irish. I don't know. And it's like a pub, and that's also complimentary. And they had like wings and burgers and Reuben and fish sandwich, fish and chips type thing. And that is open 24 hours. So if you are, in the mood for a midnight bite, that's the perfect place to go.
Did you eat at all of them?
Yes,
we did.
Good girls.
Yeah,
proud of you.
Nice.
And at the dining rooms at Manhattan and Savor, you can get like an appetizer, a main, and a dessert. So we got desserts every time.
We typically ordered 3 desserts and shared them,
That's what I was going to ask. Could you get more than one? Because that's one of the best parts of a cruise is that you can be like, well, 2 entrees sound good to me, so I'm going to get both.
Yeah, you definitely could. We were on for 7 nights, so we figured, we had time to try out a lot of different things. So I think the first night I got 2 appetizers. So you could.
Yeah, we shared like 3 appetizers the first night and then 3 desserts.
Did the menu stay pretty much the same the whole cruise, or did it? Because I know usually the menu's completely different every night.
Yeah, there were the staples like on every night. I think every night they had a steak. They had the fettuccine Alfredo, like the shrimp fettuccine. They had a fish. They had a chicken, and then there were entrees that they'd switch up every night. So you had your main that were there every night, and then they switched it up. But I didn't feel like there was as like if you're thinking about some of the other cruise lines where it's like a vastly different menu every night. I don't think it was.
Completely different menu every night. Yeah.
Did you do any specialty dives?
Yes.
Good, Courtney.
My favorite.
We did the teppanyaki.
Ooh,
and then we did Cagney's Steakhouse, which I just feel like is a must. If you're going to cruise Norwegian, you have to do that. We did teppanyaki, I think our first day at sea. I think we did that. Our second day at sea.
Second day at sea.
Yeah. And it was wonderful. And the portions were huge. And I'm like a rice fiend. And so I told Dayna, I was like, I just want a lot of rice.
Yeah.
And
Nice.
it was like, there was plenty. I got seconds and there was still more. I mean, everything was delicious. And our, the person who was like kind of cooking the meal for us, was so fun and so nice. And they sing, and it was a really fun experience. So,
Oh, nice.
yeah.
Nice.
And then Cagney's we did for my birthday. And that's the steakhouse. And that was delicious.
Yes.
I mean, everything you get like on the dining plan. If you choose that as one of your meals, you do get a starter, then you get a super salad, then you get a main or a dessert, or main and a dessert.
A main or a dessert.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's an entree.
No
I'll just give me the dessert.
Yeah.
And I got tuna tartare, lobster bisque was delicious. And then I got a cedar plank trout, and then a 7-layer chocolate cake.
Oh,
And
wow.
That's it. Sign me up. That sounds
Yep.
amazing.
Colleen, you would have died and gone to heaven. You would have loved it.
And
We do.
I had
Road trip. Let's go.
I had a crab cake that was amazing. Just amazing crab cake. And then a Caesar salad, which I think I got like every night because I thought, oh, well, at least if I stick a salad in, I'm semi-healthy, right? And, it's all mind tricks. And then filet mignon. And then I had the butterscotch cheesecake.
Ooh, that
Which
sounds good.
Ooh,
was
good.
amazing.
And so for some things on, if you get a specialty dining package, there are some things on the menu that are going to be an upcharge. So I think, Dayna, your crab cake, it was
Yes.
like an extra
$6.
$5. $6.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Like
And
there was a $6 upcharge. You could have also done. There was an upcharge. I could have done like a surf and turf with the fillet and lobster tail.
Mhm.
So, but I was good with the fillet. I don't even think I finished it. I mean, there was
No.
so much food.
Oh, wow.
I wanted boxes. I was like, can I get this boxed? Like, and Dana was like, what are you going to do with it? I was like, I'll eat it cold late at night. It'll be delicious.
Yeah,
Probably.
yes.
A little midnight
good.
snack.
It sounds
Wow.
amazing. So,
And the service was amazing.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Oh, yeah. What about like snacky stuff? Like, was there like up on the pool deck, did they have like pizza or sandwiches, hot dogs, hamburgers, like stuff like that?
I mean, I don't think they did, Dana, did they? I mean, we didn't do snacky stuff on the pool. I know they had bars.
Yeah. You could have gone to Garden Cafe, which we kept screwing up and calling it Garden Grill for like the first 5 days of the trip.
It was Garden Grill the whole time for me.
Yeah. Garden Grill. Oh, yeah, sure. Yeah, we're heading to Epcot. I don't know. But yeah, Garden Cafe. But that was open. Like there was only times where it was like shut down for like 30 minutes to switch over.
oh, wow.
So the pizza there was amazing. Ice cream, of course, ice cream. Ice cream,
Oh, yeah.
ice cream, ice
Soft
cream.
serve ice cream every time.
All day
we walked
long,
back
right?
to the room.
Yeah.
Soft serve.
And then there were other areas that were, so there was a bake shop that it looked like a bakery. Like it had the glass, with all the like
cool.
cupcakes and the macaroons and oh my gosh, so good.
And
now that
I
was
know
an
they had like a
additional charge.
Starbucks and stuff like that, but that's
There was a
extra.
gelato
Lovely
place.
Mhm.
So there were some other areas like that were at an upcharge. I honestly didn't even feel the need for snacky foods while I was there because everything was so good and I was so full.
How was their buffet? Did you guys eat at the buffet?
A lot. And it
Yeah.
was amazing. I loved their buffet.
I'm assuming they're serving you, right? It's not self-serve like
It is
no, it's
self-serve.
self-serve.
Really?
Really?
Wow.
Yeah, so that I was a little bit like weirded out about just because I've gotten kind of used to the assisted buffets. So it was a self-serve.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, but the cleanliness protocols. Like you cannot walk into that place without washy. And they songs. They sang songs about washy and masky. And, I mean, I said, we're going to come home and I'm going to start singing washy to my kids. And they're going to look at me like I'm 3 heads,
Yeah. They had like a trio at the beginning of every restaurant that was singing a song about washing your hands.
And dancing. And sometimes they had little maracas or tambourine and they were singing and dancing about washy. And oh my gosh. Yeah. It was funny.
Sounds fun.
Okay. One more food question. Was there room service and did you get any?
There was room service. I did not get traditional room service. I got the continental breakfast.
Ooh, I love that.
Where you hang your tag out on the door.
My favorite.
Yeah, so I did do that one day.
I got that one morning as well. And then there was one night when I considered ordering every dessert off room service and having it sent to my room. And I'm happy to say I did not do that.
You're happy to say you didn't do that? I'm disappointed.
It was late at night. There had been a couple glasses of champagne. It was a bad decision, Colleen.
Like the perfect time to order all the desserts on the. Listen, you have to take me with you next time.
Yes,
I would have talked right into
I
those
did
desserts.
see though that you could order anything and it was a charge of $9.95 to your on
the
board
delivery
account.
fee. Okay.
Yeah, and then and you could order anything off of it, but I didn't. I restrained.
You didn't. So
So good.
speaking of drinking, were there any wonderful cocktails that you had? Like a favorite?
I had on Great Stirrup Key on their private island. I had pina colada that was amazing. And Dayna, you had a lava flow, right?
Yes.
Ooh, how was that?
It was good. I'm not the drinker, but it was definitely good. It was sweet.
Nice.
But I did like it.
Very
Yeah. We had, I was very impressed with all of their, like the well liquors that were included in the dining or in the beverage package and the wine. I had some really nice wines on the ship and I was surprised by that because I wasn't expecting nice wine on a cruise ship.
Yeah, a lot of times like you get house wine and it's like, it's all right.
Yeah.
And I had a couple of nice whites, and then at Cagney's I had a Pinot Noir, and it was gorgeous. So yeah, I thought they had a really nice quality. And then by the end, I was kind of just trying to go for like less sugary drinks. So I was doing tequila on the rocks. Everyone was thinking I was crazy. But it was so smooth. Like they were like, what kind of tequila? I was like, it's just their well, and it was wonderful. So
it must not have been Jose Cuervo.
Yeah. So if people are considering wanting to do the specialty beverage package, it's like, there are upcharges if you want different type of liquors, but I think everyone would be fine with what is included.
That's
really
good to know, because sometimes it's like you don't get the good stuff if you do the package, but that's awesome.
And what was important to me is this is the first cruise line I've ever been on that has Pepsi products.
Wow.
Mountain Dew for Dayna.
You had Mountain Dew on
I did. I was so excited. The first day we get on and Courtney ordered, she's like, "Can I have a Coke?" Because we were tired and we needed caffeine. She's like, "Can I have a Coke?" And they said, "Pepsi, okay?" And like my head spun around and I was like, "Oh, do you have Mountain Dew?" And they're like, "Yes." And I was like, "Oh my gosh, I'm in heaven."
Oh my gosh.
You're probably doing
Dayna can only sail Norwegian from now on.
Yeah. So it was definitely, I was super excited about that because I mean, nowhere that you go has Pepsi products. Everybody has Coke products.
Coke,
so
yeah,
I liked it.
Yep. So all right, so let's switch.
Keep going, ladies. I'm gonna plug my computer and I'll be right back. Sorry.
So I want to talk about, you guys did an experience on the ship. I think I saw a picture on the rope course. Am I correct? Am I wrong?
Ooh.
We did it.
And how was that? I would probably have been panicking because I looked at the pictures. I'm like, oh my God, that's so high. So how was it?
I was proud of Courtney because she was nervous and that was a birthday day, right?
That was, yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So birthday girl went up and she was the leader and she did a great job.
So
They,
explain
really
what
fun.
it is. Yeah, to our audience.
So there's different. So basically, they harness you in, and then you're attached to they have these poles that go along, and it's like a 3-tier rope course. Mm-hmm. So you can kind of pick, what level you want to do, and you go up to the highest, and then there's a series of obstacles. So it's like little planks that you walk across, or like a rope that you walk across.
Oh, it's making me nervous now.
Yeah, to get to the next level.
Mm-hmm.
And they had, little different fun, scary things, I guess, at each level that you got to. And the first one was walking a plank. So it's literally like this wide across, and it goes out over the ocean. And you're harnessed in, you can't fall, but you're stepping out, and it was a sea day. So, we're I mean, not crazily, but we're not just standing still. And I kind of stepped out twice, and I was like, I'm good on the plank. I don't need to go on the plank. But I will say this for the people that are there's people up there at every obstacle, basically, to kind of help you, walk you through. And this guy was so nice. He's like, no, you're doing this. You're doing this. And I was like, I think I'm fine. He's like, no, just come with me. Hold my hand. And he held my hand and walked me out. And then we got a picture where we're doing he's like, have you seen the Karate Kid? And I was like, yeah. And so we got a picture where we have one leg up. And And so he was great, because I wouldn't have done it. But they're also good if you don't want to. We had one lady who kind of got up there and was like, no. And, she went down. And then you go across 2 zip lines. And one zip line goes over the ship, and one zip line goes over the ocean. And that was pretty scary. You kind of just have to hold your breath and pray and go for it.
It was fine.
Dayna was like, it's fine.
Yeah, I don't have any fear of heights or anything like that. So I think the worst part for me was some of the obstacles that were just ropes. That makes me nervous. Because it kind of hurts your feet, you're walking, and my shoes didn't have a hard sole. I had on sneakers, but they were a very lightweight, and I don't like where you just walk over on just just on a rope. I prefer the ones that have a little bit more substance to them. But yeah, it was cool. The zip lines, it was pretty cool to zip line alongside the ship. That was awesome.
Wow.
Oh, alongside. Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, so you're out over the water. Yeah, Tina, you would not have done well.
No, I would not.
So was this included, or was it an extra charge?
It's included.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I think the whole sports complex, because they also have they had courts up there. People were playing basketball. It's all included.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. It's
awesome. Not open all the time. So the day we were going, we thought it had opened at noon, but it opened at 2 that day. So definitely check the hours on the freestyle day.
Did you have to make a reservation, or was it just show up and wait your turn?
Just show up and go. And I was surprised. I was like, oh, I feel like we're going to be the only people here. But no, there were people ahead of us. And when we got off, there was a line. There was a little boy who thought we were going too slow and was riding our backs.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's funny. Oh my goodness.
It's fun.
Do they have any other activities like water slides, or is it your normal splash pad kind of stuff for little kids? Or
there's an area that's a water park for kids. So there were little slides and little teeny tiny ropes course there. It seemed little fun things for them. And then there were some larger slides. So we went down, we did a tube slide, sitting on the raft things. And then there was one, it was not open. And I don't know if it was just not open at that time, or if it wasn't open the whole time. It was the one where you stand and the floor drops out from under you, and
scary. I don't like.
I was like, it was closed, and I was like, darn.
Oh,
but I think it's probably because I think also because they were lower on staff as well.
Yes.
So I think I'm assuming if it's full capacity and full staff, I'm thinking that there's probably going to be more times those things are open. But the tube slide was open, so that slide was not, and they said it was going to be open tomorrow or the next day. So
okay, I got you.
Yeah.
Nice, very nice. So adult only area. So how's that section of the ship? So most ships have an adult only. So I'm assuming Norwegian did as well.
Did we? Was that?
It was the Vibe Club was the adult only.
Okay, the Vibe Beach Club, yeah.
Vibe Beach Club, and you do have to pay for that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to pay for it?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it's
That's
like
interesting.
$209 for
$209. Yes.
Oh, wow. Per person, I'm assuming?
Yeah.
Per person.
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
interesting.
So
But we got to
Very
walk up.
interesting. Was there any other kind of like? Do you know anything about it? Did you get to see it at all?
we
or-
got to go
Yeah.
in.
We got to
tour it.
And it was really nice.
So like you have your key card then works to get in there. They have a bar. They have a lot of lounge chairs. Did they have their own pool?
They had a hot tub.
They had a hot tub.
Mm-hmm. They had a really nice hot tub.
But honestly, like I'm trying to think, we did not see any other adult. Oh, Spice H2O would have been adult only during the day.
Yes. Yes.
So there is an adult. We were not there during the day though.
For the
so
front of the
that was adult only, and that was free.
Okay.
Mhm.
So that's like an area that's just adult. There's a grotto type area and stuff. We were just there the one evening, and whenever you go for the evening, they open it up to children because there's normally like a party there. We were there for a glow
I was like,
party.
that seems like the opposite of what I would think. Like you think it would be open
I
to
know,
children
right?
during the day and then adult only at night. But
Yeah.
You know, it's interesting because there was literally one kid on, or there was a couple kids, but then like, you know, you can't go if you're 5 or under.
Mhm.
I mean, I think that you can starting in March.
right.
So I think that, you know, some of the stuff for like just kids only and like that kind of stuff, the lines were just kind of blurred this trip because they just didn't have a lot of kids at all.
Okay.
So. But the Spice H2O area was really nice, gorgeous views, and then they did have a themed party there every night. That was really fun.
Mhm.
And I think the kids were allowed till a certain time, Dayna. I think at 11, it was like no more kids.
Okay. Yeah, we didn't really like. We went up quickly, and
Mhm.
You're like, I didn't have any kids with me, so I didn't care.
Yeah.
Okay. So
we found our favorite spot, and we visited there quite frequently.
Yeah. Let's get into entertainment. So there was a lot of entertainment there. So how was it? The shows, the bars, the sing-alongs.
One thing that Norwegian boasts is that they have actual Broadway shows.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not a review. It's a Broadway show. So the way that they do it is a for real Broadway show just without the intermission. So for somebody that likes to go to Broadway, you're looking at how much money do you spend for, tickets to a Broadway show. That's all included for free.
Mm-hmm.
So now I will say the one that we saw, it was called After Midnight. I wasn't a huge fan of the show. Like I think that it just wasn't really a type of show that I would have gone to see, but the entertainers were amazing and the singing was great and the dancing, but it just probably like I just wasn't a fan of the show.
Like the storyline was
like I don't even know if it had a storyline. It was more like I don't know.
But some of the ships have kinky boots, and that would be
Yes.
a really good one.
That
And
would
then-
be good.
That would
yeah,
be fun.
and then we also saw Choir of Men.
The Choir of Man. It was
Choir
good.
That one was really great, and I think that's a UK-based show. I think that's something that's going on in the UK on their circuit. And that one was wonderful as well.
Yes.
All the performers were so great, and then you have different bars throughout the ship that have their own like piano players. Like there was a bar called The District that had a piano player every night that was playing covers, and then our favorite was Howl at the Moon, which is the dueling piano show.
Oh, fun.
And ours had all women. It was all women Howl at the Moon, which we've never seen before. And then I'll let Dayna talk to you because Dayna was their groupie.
You were too. You were like, we're going back.
I was too, but I'm more of like a low key groupie.
Oh, I was like, this is amazing. I've never seen more talented women on stage together. So it was the dueling piano. So 2 pianos and there was drums. And all 3 women could sing, could play piano, and could drum. And they just like rotated. So it was a 4-hour show. And they did it on C days. So, you know, sometimes all 3 of them were on stage and then one of them would take a break and it would just be 2 of them and they'd rotate in like that. But, I mean, the level of talent was ridiculous. It was like, I almost feel like, can I go to another one? Are they going to be as good? You know, because this was the first week that these 3 ladies were ever together. And then that was the only week that they were together because then one was getting off, one was continuing on, one was going to another ship, I think.
Oh, wow. So, it wasn't like they always play together or something.
No. And that was also, it was more impressive that it was like, oh, you guys, because, you know, they're jumping into each other's songs, harmonizing, and it's a by request. So if you go, you can request which song you want to hear, and they'll do it for you. Like there was really only 1 or 2 times when someone would request like this obscure song that they'd be like, I don't know this Tom Petty song. Can you ask for another one? And then, you know, you get another Tom Petty song, but they'd jump in on harmonies, jump in on drums. I mean, it was just so cool to see and so fun. And, you know, they're really good at like getting the audience to participate and, you know, it's like an interactive experience. So it was
it was just amazing. And the one, she was actually able to play piano and play the harmonica at the same time. Like with no hands. She just stuck the harmonica in her mouth and played piano.
Around her neck kind of thing.
No neck thingy.
No? Well, she just had it in her mouth? Like,
yeah.
That's impressive.
Wow, that is impressive.
I mean, they were amazing. And like, I think that what shocked me is that how they could just all jump in. Like, this one plays the drums this time, next time the next one. You know, it blew my mind. Their level of talent blew my mind. So yes, we were kind of like little groupies. We went 3 times.
3 times.
I mean, the fact that they offer that every other night and it was just included, you just walk right in, sit down. I mean, I was like, this is amazing. Like, this is so cool, you know? And then there's just so many options for people on deck, you know, to go to, which is
there was decade parties. So there was a night where there was an 80s party, there was a 70s party, there was a glow party, there was, you know, so there was a lot to do.
It sounds like it. It sounds like, well, let's jump over and talk about their private island. So we have like about 10 minutes left. And maybe if we have time, we can chat a little bit about Dunn's River Falls too, because I know you went there. But so let's talk about their island. So Dayna, you've been to a number of private islands.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I'm going to ask, like, how does it compare? Is it more energy, more low key?
I would say that it's not a super high energy. It's not like with the water park or anything. But there is a lot of seating. There is great food. So there was a lot of food options. And there was some shopping.
Oh, nice.
And we also got to, it was quite exciting, we got to go over and visit Silver Cove. So that is their private retreat. And honestly, it was so reasonably priced. We actually had contemplated renting a villa there. They actually have villas. So they have a studio villa, a 1-bedroom, and a 2-bedroom.
Oh, wow.
And you get that for the whole day. And it's in a private part of the island. And the beach is gorgeous. You have your own buffet there. And higher end drinks. But the price, I mean, it really blew me away. It was like
because I think in the studio you can fit up to, what was it, like 8 people?
Yeah, it was, maybe the studio might have been 4 to 6, but then the 1-bedroom was like 8 to 10.
8 to 10.
Wow.
So if you had a group that you were with and you just wanted, I mean, they had their own private beach, their own separate buffet.
There were beds.
And
like it wasn't a cabana. It was like a villa.
Exactly. So if you were wanting just like an extra, like exclusive, relaxing experience on their private island, I would say absolutely do it. We swam with the pigs, so that's kind of what we did instead of doing that. But yeah, it was great. It's a great deal.
Now, is it family friendly, that the villas, or is it adult? So
It's family friendly. Yeah,
nice.
You can do families as well. So
nice.
Yeah, it was really nice.
And how was your swim experience with the pigs? I didn't see any pictures on that one.
So I have to post those today.
Okay.
That was interesting. I would say I'm glad we did it, because if I have, clients that want to do it, I can manage expectations, because it was more of like, it was more of just like a small beach that you get boated over to. And then, there's pigs everywhere, but it's not set up for swimming with the pigs so much. It's more of like waiting and getting pictures with the pigs.
Oh, gotcha.
It's like beaching with the pigs.
Yeah.
And the way that they get the pigs to stay around you is they're constantly feeding them. So then they're constantly pooping.
Oh.
Yes.
And it's such shallow water.
Oh.
And they have scoopers, so they try to come up and pick it up. But it's just like, it was a little too close for comfort for me.
I wanted to be in the water swimming with them. And they were basically on the beach, like on the water's edge.
Okay.
So
it's more of a photo op excursion than a do something excursion, I would say.
Okay.
I can't say that I would recommend it. And
when you're on the beach, they don't let you bring your phone or camera down there, and they say it's for like safety reasons. I'm sure it's liability if someone dropped their phone and they don't want to be responsible.
Yeah.
Maybe, but they take pictures of you that you can then buy if you be in the water with the pigs. Now there's a deck area that they let the little piglets up on that you can have your phone on, so you can get pictures on your own phone with the pigs. But yeah, it was definitely misleading to title it "Swim with the Pigs," I would say.
And you can't feed the pigs, like they feed them.
Okay.
So like I don't know. And we did find out that it is its own company. It's not through Norwegian. It's its own company. So they also have guests from Royal Caribbean there. So if you do have guests at Coco Cay, at Perfect Day at Coco Cay, it's the same excursion.
Oh, that's good to know.
Yeah. So I
wonder if all the swim with pig things are like that, because they have that like in Nassau, and I've always been interested in checking it out.
Yeah, like
I'd be interested to know, because I was like, trying to coordinate it for. I was like, this is what it should be. I was like, this should be the holding spot for the pigs. Then there should be a nice lagoon area that like people, because like if you just to have a nice swimming area, regardless of pigs or not, would have been nice, with maybe some like water or soda or whatever, refreshments, like, because it was hot, it was really hot out, and we weren't really in the water. No one was. I mean, not to say you couldn't not have gone in the water, but it's just such a small area. There was no one that really went out and swam. So at least you could swim and then maybe interact with pigs, here and there. But yeah, it was definitely more about the photo op.
Yeah.
The activity.
Did they have a lot of excursion options on the private island? Like, could you go jet skiing or go out on boats and snorkel?
Yeah, we walked right by the jet skis to get to the boat to some of the pigs, and I was like, man, that would have been fun.
We got suckered in, but definitely the the best excursion was definitely our excursion in Jamaica.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Nice. So let's talk about that. We have a few minutes left here. So you did Dunn's River Falls. So Dayna, I know you've done it a few times, and Courtney, this was your first time.
Yeah.
Yes.
We actually did the reggae party sail in Dunn's River Falls. So a number of other agents that we were with, they just did Dunn's River Falls. So they got off the ship and got into a shuttle and drove to the falls. Well, we did it the right way. and we got to go on a boat, and it was amazing.
And listen to reggae and drink rum
yeah.
punch.
Well, we weren't allowed to have the alcoholic stuff until after the climb.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
That
that
was
makes
included.
sense. That makes sense. Safety first.
Safety first.
But it's so close to the ship, to where you dock. So it's literally like, I mean, I think they did a 5-minute bus ride to Dunn's River to kind of get off and do it. We did a 5-minute ride to a boat where we got on and then took a really nice boat ride. And the water in Jamaica is beautiful. I think it was my favorite water.
I think that was, I saw your story. You had posted like a video, and I was wondering, I was like, what? I'm like, clearly she's not on the cruise ship right now, but on the water on a boat. What is she doing?
That was when we were on the boat, and we just went right up and docked next to Dunn's River and then got off, and then we're able to do the excursion. But then after, you get back on, they play music. They have, like party pumpers out there dancing with you.
Fun.
Dayna did an electric slide or two.
I also had a rum punch, so that
okay. Blame the rum punch. Blame the rum punch.
Yes.
But like the falls is just, I mean, it was my third time doing Dunn's River Falls, and I don't think it'll ever get old. It's really cool.
Never done Dunn's River Falls. I've got to do it. I next time I'm in Jamaica. So you hike up to the falls, and then do you get in? Is there swimming? Like
you hike through the falls.
Ooh,
like you climb up in the falls.
Oh wow.
Okay.
Yeah,
fun.
The whole thing, it starts the falls. It's like you're in the falls the whole time. And so I had thought that on the ship I would be able to use a card to purchase water shoes, because I didn't have water shoes. Dayna did, because she's a pro. So I got nervous because they were like, no, you can't, you need cash. And I was like, oh gosh. I was like, so Dayna, I don't think I'm going to do this without water shoes. I was too nervous. Come to find out after, on right next to Dunn's River Falls, you can purchase shoes with a credit card. So people should know. Like,
I would bet you're not the only one,
Yeah.
I was like, I mean, come on, like tourists, like we have to have some credit card situation.
Easy money grab, right there, right?
So, but for the people that may be hesitant about doing it or don't know if, are scared, there's a dry way. So you can walk up the stairs and then get in. Because there's falls, and then it'll taper out into like a little pool, and then there'll be a climbing, and it tapers out. So they have areas on the steps where you can walk out and get in the pool. And I was able to get in with Dayna and like take pictures, take pictures of her. So anyone can do it. Is basically, it's like you don't have to like sit out of it, and you can still kind of get in and get the experience without having to like feel like maybe you're not going to make it all the way up, because people got a little scared doing it, especially as you get to the top. It gets pretty steep, and the water is rushing.
Pretty steep at the very end, which the last time I did it with my oldest daughter, and she was only 6, so we had to bow out before the last, I want to say the last quarter of the falls, because it was very steep and kind of intimidating, and she freaked out. So, but this time I did the whole thing, and it was, I love it. It's really cool. So, I mean,
the guides are so nice.
The guides are amazing.
Yeah, they're great.
You literally cannot do it without a guide, because they tell you where to step, where to not step. Because it's hard, because some places you can't see the bottom, and it's like, I was so afraid of stepping wrong and breaking my ankle or something like that. But they are amazing, because they literally tell you, watch out for that. Don't step there, step here, follow where I'm going. You're a human chain. So with me being basically like in the water park by myself, they stuck me in between 2 guys because you're a human chain at the beginning of it. So they try to alternate, male, female, so they stuck me in. They're like, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, I don't care. So, and everybody helps each other. So it's really neat.
Oh, nice.
Wow. So cool.
Yeah, it's amazing. Sounds amazing. Well, thank you. That's all the time we have for today. But if you want to learn more about Norwegian Cruise Line, be sure to reach out to the expert agents over at Mystical Dream Travel. And I'm sure Courtney and Dayna can hook you up on some insider tips when it comes to Norwegian. So you can find them over at mysticaldreamtravel.com. And until next time, may all of your vacations be extra magical.